Welcome to Robertland, your favorite not safe for work comedy fast food podcast. I'm your host, Robert Thompson, comedian, musician, fast food and lodgist all I do. What is up, everybody? How you guys doing? Boy, Rossco Soletrain, the co-host, the man with the most.
Oh, man with the sweat dripping down his ass crack, you know what I'm saying? What's up, Manolo? How
Manolo. We have our friend Manolo.
What it is, what it do, yo, what
Raka,
it do.
raka.
Brah.
Thank you for joining us
Happy to be
again.
here, man.
It is so great to have you,
Again.
man. I can't wait to get into this one because, holy smokes, another Versus episode.
Yeah, man. In the vein of the Doughboys, I don't know if you guys are familiar with the podcast The Doughboys, but I highly recommend that you turn off this podcast and put on The Doughboys. It is very informative. It's a great podcast. Highly recommend The Doughboys. But this is another Versus episode, Robert. You're right.
Yes, yeah. In-N-Out versus McDonald's.
This
you
is
may
actually
have heard of these two.
Yeah, right. But this is the second time we've done this episode.
It is. And
Yeah.
Really?
Yeah.
Why?
we lost
Do
the
you
other
love it
one.
so much? Oh, you lost
We-
it?
And
I didn't lose shit.
He didn't lose anything. Yeah, I had some tweakers steal my stuff. No, maybe not that one. I don't know. Either
Who
way,
knows? Doesn't
it's
matter.
in the ether, and
Yeah.
we're excited to
Hell yeah.
do
This
it
is
over.
gonna be way better.
And honestly,
2.0, baby.
yeah, you're right. It is going to be way better. I actually deleted all of the previous everything I wrote for the last episode. I deleted everything and I rewrote everything yesterday. It took me forever, but I finished all of the verses stuff. And you know, for the history of these two iconic California fast food chains,
Yeah.
I didn't want. I mean, there's a lot there. It's fascinating. It's a long history, but I really wanted to focus more on the expansion of both franchises and letting everything else kind of. Who gives a fuck about when the Filet-O-Fish came out?
I do. My favorite.
I don't know when it came out, but I will tell you the Filet-O-Fish did come out because they were looking for something, an option that wasn't meat or it wasn't beef.
One
for
of the
Passover.
Franchi guys, right?
Yeah.
Franchi, or what would you say?
Franchi. I like Franchi. The franchises.
Well,
yeah.
we're going to
Franchisers.
get into all of that and more in just a moment. Before we do, we're going to go to my favorite segment,
Your favorite segment.
a fast food minute with Zach Hillman. Enjoy.
This is Fast Food Minute with Zach Hillman. Who doesn't like bonus toppings on their pizza? Per the FDA website, tomato sauces may contain 30 or more fly eggs and 1 or more maggots per 100 grams. That might sound gross, but it's nice to know that Little Caesars uses at least one organic ingredient. Revolting though it may be, insect contamination is a fact of life and present in pretty much all foods. So would you please quit judging me for having pubic lice in non-pubic areas?
Oh, boy. Oh.
God, how does he do it?
I don't know, man.
God
but
yeah, dude.
damn, that was
Dude, how-
so informative.
He's
it
sponge-worthy.
is. How does McDonald's and In-N-Out do it?
Dude, they do it in their own unique and different ways, even though they essentially sell the same shit:
Yeah.
burgers, fries, shakes, and drinks.
Yeah.
And at the end of when we go through all the history of the expansion of both In-N-Out and McDonald's, which I will be doing in a second, we will talk about how each of the 4 things that they all sell: drinks, fries, shakes, and burgers. We're going to stack up all of those and to see which one is better. Because the answer may surprise all of you.
The
I already
nuggets
made
are
up
better
my
at
mind.
I'll give you a nugget. All right, so yeah, like I said before, we all know
Little nugget.
that these are both iconic fast food restaurants from California.
Yes.
Probably in my opinion, I would say that they're both the most iconic fast food restaurants in the world. Really,
I think so. I think, yeah, In-N-Out represents like a different.
prestige.
Yeah.
Yeah, whereas McDonald's is like the biggest.
Yeah, it's weird. Yeah, In-N-Out is the best, is what people say is the best you could do. McDonald's is the biggest.
Yeah.
Yeah.
All right, so let's just go through and break down the history of the expansion of In-N-Out. All right, so I'm going to make it as brief as possible. So the Snyder family opened up its first In-N-Out burger on October 22nd, 1948 in Baldwin Park. Recently, they've actually remade these locations. The original In-N-Out burger stand, it exists again. It's pretty cool over there.
Original.
Well, it's a reproduction, but it's a really neat.
And it's at the same spot.
Yep, same spot. Yeah,
hell yeah.
I think it's around the corner. Maybe I'm not entirely sure, but it's a replica of the original
Like
stand.
the Yankee Stadium. They like made a museum and then moved it across the street.
Did
Pretty
they
much,
always
yeah.
have the same logo, do you know? And
Yeah,
the same
same logo.
decoration and
For the
everything?
most part, yes, they have barely, if at all, changed anything. There is a couple of differences in some of the signage, but we'll get to that.
The glory holes are definitely
Yeah,
different.
they are. Okay. So during the 50s, they didn't really open up a ton of locations. Really, it just kind of sets the tone for the In-N-Out Burger's expansion throughout the decades. They only had they had 4 stores. They had Baldwin Park, Laverne, Covina, and Pasadena, which is the oldest operating to this day. And it's a fucking.
Since when? Do you know?
Since I think it was like 1950, I believe that one opened.
A couple of years after.
Yeah, pretty much. So, and that goes for the 60s. So in the 1960s, it was basically slow, methodical growth around Los Angeles and the San Gabriel Valley, and they only opened up 3 stores, Azusa, La Puente, and West Covina. So in the first 20 years of In-N-Out Burger, they only opened 7 stores.
Wow.
The first how many years?
20.
Wow.
7.
Wow.
20 years. So in the 1970s, it brought in a new generation of family into the In-N-Out Burger fold. However, it didn't waver their views on expansion whatsoever. By 1979, In-N-Out Burger operated just 22 stores, continuing their further reach into the Inland Empire, but also starting to open up shops in the San Fernando Valley as well. During that time, they opened up their first location in Orange County, down in Santa Ana. I'll tell you what. In the 80s, this is really where In-N-Out Burger kind of started expanding a lot more. So the 80s marked an incredible point of expansion for In-N-Out, more than doubling its amount of stores to 56 and really cementing its foundation for being the best fast food restaurant in the world.
What would be considered back in that day the best here in Cali?
I mean, I don't know. I don't know. It's really hard to say. I would think that it would have been In-N-Out Burger then as well.
Yeah, In-N-Out was beloved. I think there was things that then, because a lot of stuff was so new, that people just liked having fast food.
I feel like maybe because I'm a child of the 80s, but I feel like fast food really came into its own in the 70s and in the 80s.
Yeah,
I would
where it
think so.
found its character, kind of.
Well, or just like it found its way into our daily lives. I mean, I think that the majority of kids that I knew were having fast food multiple times a week, if not like 3 times a week, 4 times
At
a
least
week.
the weekends. For me, it was at least the weekends.
Was it-
Like drive over to the States and we got to stop by at one of these 2 fast
Or
food
Jack in the
chains.
Box.
I think it
your
was-
favorite.
Or Jack in the
You know what I'm
Box.
saying?
Jack in the Box.
I think it was more special back in the day to go to one of those places.
was.
Yeah.
It was, yeah.
Yeah, it was. It was kind of
Occasional,
exciting.
yeah.
So it wasn't. So check this out. This is a weird thing about In-N-Out Burger. So being known the globe over as a Los Angeles institution, it wasn't until 1989 that the chain opened up its first location with a Los Angeles address. So they didn't have any LA County, yes, but like no Los Angeles In-N-Out Burgers existed until 1989.
Oh,
This is a
That's
fast food
crazy.
restaurant that opened up in Southern California in 1948.
in no LA till then.
Nope.
But Ballpark is in LA?
Well, it's L.A. County. I mean,
LA
people,
County,
yeah. It's still
But
L.A. Basin, but
Los
not,
Angeles
not
City.
Yeah,
Like this address is Los Angeles.
yeah.
Okay.
So
That's wild.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
So that being said, the start of in the 90s, In-N-Out Burger they hadn't even expanded outside of Southern California. That was about to change. In 1992, during the same week, they opened up their first locations outside of Southern California, which were 2 spots in Fresno, and also 2 locations out of state in Las Vegas.
Hell yeah.
So after that, there was a period of rapid growth for the chain. They doubled their stores, and by 1996, they opened up store number 113, which was Rohnert Park. And Rohnert Park in 1996, that was the first time I ever had an In-N-Out Burger.
At Rohnert Park?
In Rohnert Park up in the Bay Area. So that was it, man. That was the first. I had not had an In-N-Out Burger until 1996.
When
And it was a big
Damn.
it was a big fucking deal when they came up.
Really?
there.
Was there
Big
lines
deal.
around the building?
There still is.
Oh,
Wow.
so you remember all the big deal that it was
Oh,
back in that day?
100%.
When you were a kid?
Yeah, I was 14, yeah.
And everybody was talking about
Oh,
In-N-Out, In-N-Out.
yeah.
You taste this.
Oh yeah, big time. It was like one of these things like, oh shit, In-N-Out Burger just opened up. It's like, whoa, what's that? Oh, I've heard about it. Oh yeah, let's go. And then immediately it was like word got out. It was like, okay, this is the best fast food joint ever.
When did they open in San Diego?
San Diego?
Yeah.
I think they opened up in San Diego. Let's see.
Because
I think it was
there
some-
are a bunch.
Yeah.
It was sometime in the
Really
90s.
close together, too.
Yeah,
I feel
totally.
like did 90s have the biggest expansion?
So it had one of the biggest expansions. So by December 16th, 1999, they opened up store number 141 in Mill Valley. That store is kind of interesting because it's built for a drive-through. So when you look at it, you see the drive-through there, but there
Oh.
is no drive-through because the city of Mill Valley thought it would be tacky to have a drive-through, even though the shithole McDonald's that's on the same fucking street, less than a mile away, has a fucking drive-through. Go
That
figure.
is hilarious.
Yeah. So what I think is that Marin County and Mill Valley, they have like Marin County has like most politicians, especially with city planning, they're always like, yeah, sure, do whatever you want, but you got to fucking grease our palms.
Bring it.
So
there's no drive-through at that one.
Nope.
So strange.
It's funny because you look at it and you're
Imagine the seating, getting a seat there.
Yeah, it must be
if in the ones with the
crazy.
drive-through, you get no seating.
Yep.
Yeah.
It's a big location. It's when you look at it from the outside, it's a big spot, but there is no drive-through. All right, so check this out. So in the first 20 years, just to contrast, first 20 years they had 22 stores. Second 20 years, 120 stores. So that's like the family as they got bigger and like a lot of them came into business with them because it's still a family-owned business. They went for it. So the 2000s did not see the chain slow down whatsoever. From 2000 to 2010, In-N-Out saw the chain moving to Arizona, more stores in Nevada, as well as expanding into Utah in 2008, followed by another 7 stores in Utah. I am sweating my balls off. Jesus Christ! I'm glad the
Might need a
camera's further
sweater.
away. Fucking A, man. All right, so by 2010, they opened up store number 251 in Costa Mesa, once again doubling the amount of locations it had, but this time doing it in 10 years. So it's just been a progressively bop, 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 bop.
Just going up. I got a question though. Did just one Schneider or whatever? Just one guy?
No.
Or the whole family?
It's a
got
bunch
together?
of them. There's a bunch of them. And there's an old episode of, I want to say it's there's this PBS TV show host named Huell Hauser, and Huell Hauser did a bunch of different ones. One of the TV shows he had was called In Search Of, and he went to In-N-Out Burger, and the family like basically opened up everything to Huell Hauser. In-N-Out Burger doesn't do that for anybody, but everybody loves Huell Hauser.
Would you
Yeah.
look at that?
Look at them rocks. So like Huell Hauser, they opened up the whole place to him. And they were so all these dudes are like these old fucking guys, like the old school In-N-Out Burger family. They're all like, just talking about like the chain and like bringing them over to the meat packing facility and everything. It was fucking awesome.
Do you remember? Was it 3 brothers, all of them? Like how did they come up with an idea of building what?
I'm not entirely sure. I know I didn't like with this podcast in particular. Like the In-N-Out Burger and the McDonald's histories go so deep. Yeah. I really just wanted to focus in on like how much or how little they both expanded.
Yeah.
Because like once I get into the McDonald's history, because we got to go over that shit too.
Yeah.
It's staggering.
Yeah.
And they both opened up within basically 5 years of each other.
Well, the crazy thing about
Technically.
the crazy thing about what you're saying about In-N-Out is I remember it was a big deal. And it still is a big deal because they have been for how big they are and how big they could go. They've always kind of
been measured, right?
They've measured it. But what's the furthest east it goes now?
Utah.
Or in Texas.
I'm sorry. That's where we're gonna get into that right now.
Oh, okay.
So, 2010, the chain saw them moving into Texas, opening up 2 locations in Allen and Frisco on the same day, and they really just went for it in Texas. They opened up 40 stores in Texas in under 10 years.
Whoa.
40.
Dude, I remember the
Yeah.
first one was literally like, I remember that a few years ago.
Yes, it wasn't that long ago.
Wow.
Remember,
And
and then when they opened up in Colorado too, that was a big deal too. There was fights in line and shit like that.
Dude, my favorite thing about this is all the Texans, they always compare it will remain nameless burger.
Which one we went to?
Yeah.
Yeah. They
Who's
always
the
mention
ones
that as a competitor to In-N-Out. And
there's no competition.
And In-N-Out,
man.
when it opened there, my buddy went. He said, "Dude, it was like pandemonium. There was line like 4 hours."
But do you agree that there is no competition? That it's not the same thing,
Yes.
right?
It is like they're in different leagues,
different things,
Yeah.
So here's a question: the ones in Texas are they run by the same family?
Same
Yep.
family. They run them
So
all.
that's why they keep it a little bit slower pace.
Oh yeah.
'Cause
Yeah.
Probably one of the brothers lives out there or something. Or
No,
base,
I
or-
think they're very calculated on where they want to go, and it takes them a long time to move into any state. So they moved into Oregon in 2017. They opened up they have 2 stores in Oregon, broadening them out to, that was, the second store in Oregon was store number 351.
Where are they in Oregon?
In Medford and then in Kaiser, Oregon. And now bringing us into the 2020s, As of today, there are 365 locations with more than 10 that should be open before 2023. They are opening up
Where,
another
here?
one. And yeah,
Cali?
California. I think there's a couple that are opening up outside of the state. I think another one I just looked at the list. I can't remember exactly where they are, but
Are they in New Mexico?
they are not. Nope, they skipped right over it. So they do have plans to open up locations in Idaho, and that's been something they've been talking about doing, or they've mentioned doing for a long, long time. But they have not opened any locations in Idaho. They have no plans on franchising, nor do they have any plans on selling the company. And I think for In-N-Out Burger, this is the way it's going to run from them from now on, because the new girl in charge, which I think is the great-granddaughter, she is very meticulous, just as meticulous as any of the other Snyder family members. And she's not going to she looks like she could fucking kill somebody and not feel bad.
Yeah.
I saw an interview of her, I don't know, like a 60-minute
Yeah.
little segment.
Yeah.
She arrived in a helicopter, but she started like working on one of the, and
Yep.
she was just like that, like checking everything, or at least in front of the camera, she was like that, you know? I wonder why they wouldn't open one in New York.
A lot of it has to do with they have tight control over their like processing of like all their stuff and sourcing their ingredients. So I think until they can find
Logistics thing or what?
just as long as they can keep their ingredients as fresh as that's all about the freshness of ingredients. And I think that something with going all the way to the East Coast and just setting up in New York, for whatever reason, that has not been on their agenda whatsoever.
Yeah, because it could have happened many times. They could have done it, but they're very meticulous.
Yeah,
and
they have no interest.
Yeah.
And so another country's totally out of the picture, right?
Who knows? Maybe they'll go to
Guam.
Kuwait
Paris,
or
they have
something.
one in Paris.
No, but there was. Have you guys seen that? Remember that viral picture of that like fresh In-N-Out burger? Like it looked like it had just been eaten. Like it was like a chunk was bitten out of it, and someone was holding it in New York. And it was because someone went on a plane and like brought it, but it was blowing up the internet because they're like, "What the fuck?" It looks like a perfectly.
They probably thought
conserved-
they were gonna open one up, right?
Yeah. So it was
I
kind
should
of
probably do
the
that in
internet was a
Mexico City,
buzz,
right? Like, yeah.
But as we know, they haven't done that yet. So only time will tell to see what
I mean,
happens.
I could see them doing something like bringing out a food truck because they do. Have you guys seen those In-N-Out Burger food trucks?
I have, yeah.
Those are so cool
I
to see.
haven't.
on
They're
the road.
really
It's fucking
cool.
rad, dude.
I bet they're fucking great.
Yeah, it's
Yeah.
so cool to see like an In-N-Out Burger food truck on the fucking
And they'll just
road.
pop up just like that.
I think it's only for like specific events, and I
Oh.
think more so like you got to pay the money, and like I think it's more probably like a corporate thing,
Yeah.
Dude,
like
it
a
is.
corporate party or something.
It is, it is wild to think about their process. I mean, they're meticulous about the locations, expansion, but just the way that they run shit is so tight. I mean, it's 2022. We just went through the pandemic. A lot of service isn't the best right now, and it's not all their fault. It's all these teenagers that are like struggling to keep up. There's no one working, but In-N-Out still maintains a very like strict like you feel like you're in a hospital almost. The way that they're like, it's very important for them to get your burgers and fries.
Yeah.
I
You know?
heard that they're one of the fast food chains that pay the best.
Yes,
they
do.
have that reputation,
Right?
Yeah,
They do.
they treat them well.
and they entice like people for treating their clients like really, really well, right? Like always with a smile and stuff like that, right?
Dude, if you get bored, look up the In-N-Out Burger Huelhauser episode. I want to say it was called In Search Of, or it was California's Gold. But if you just type in Huelhauser In-N-Out Burger, it'll pop up. You gotta watch it, man.
Gotta.
It's fucking awesome. It's so cool to see like the old school In-N-Out Burger people. A lot of them have passed, and just see how excited they are that Huelhauser's at In-N-Out Burger, and they just opened up everything.
It's crazy, right?
Yeah, and they
Yeah.
even talked to one of the cooks who had been there forever. He's like, "Yeah, I've been here for like 20 years or something like that."
And I love it.
Yeah.
He's now one of the patties, and
Yeah. Okay, so moving on. So we've kind of gone over the history of In-N-Out Burger. Now we're going to focus on McDonald's.
Mickey D's, as
Yeah,
we like to
yeah.
call it.
So McDonald's.
Macaroñas.
The McDonald brothers opened up the first McDonald's on May 15th, 1940 in San Bernardino, California. But McDonald's as we know it, the first one really opened up in Illinois in 1955.
Illinois, Chicago, Illinois.
Well, outside of
Chicago.
Chicago, in Des Plaines, or D Plains, or Des Plains.
oh, yeah, Des Plaines.
Des
whatever,
Plaines, I
yeah.
forget. But anyway, so that had to do with Ray Kroc. So Ray Kroc met the McDonald brothers, was really excited about them. Ooh, yeah. This is a great system they have going on here. I think I can fucking sell this. Started franchising it out. And Ray Kroc was real. In my opinion, and this is my opinion of Ray Kroc has changed over time. But in my opinion, McDonald's wouldn't have been shit if it wasn't for Ray Kroc. It would have been like, they would have had like 4 stores and it would have never been anything. So,
Probably.
So McDonald's started expanding. Oh, so let's see.
Because I sort of agree. Because I don't think the taste is something that generally people will love. It's an acquired taste, and when you love it, you love it.
Well, he understood that he could sell this system, and it could work across like everywhere. He understood. He knew that this was something that he could.
And those guys wanted to be like In-N-Out, but even
Pretty
more
much.
inclusive, even
Yeah.
more exclusive.
Totally, they really
wanted
did.
to keep it real, like
Real
4
tight.
stores. That's it.
Well, kind of. I mean,
Maybe they would have
they
expanded, but
they knew that Ray Kroc wanted to do this.
Yeah.
That's why they got into business with him, is because they wanted to expand. But like, they also,
Did they get fucked or what?
I mean, that's hard to say, because I don't necessarily think they did. I used to. I used to think that the McDonald brothers got fucked.
Oh, I get you. But the way you see it, okay, it's because they were better off because they weren't going to grow. They probably made millions, right?
We'll get to that, because I'm going to keep this very brief. So McDonald's started expanding outside the United States in 1967 with their first location in Canada. They were in Central America by 1970 with a location in Costa Rica. They moved to Australia, Japan, Guam, the Netherlands, Panama, Germany, France, El Salvador, Sweden, and Guatemala by 1975.
Damn.
So check this out. So by the time In-N-Out Burger had 22 stores, and fucking McDonald's was in like 20 countries in the basically in the same time span. So like that kind of shows you.
But it wasn't the same owners.
No. So today, McDonald's is in 118 countries. Rewind. By the end of the 50s, McDonald's had 145 stores. By 1960, so in 10 years, they opened up, they had 228 stores. 1961, Kroc said, fuck this, I'm going to buy the McDonald brothers out for $2.6 million, which right now would be $22.3 million adjusted for inflation. So the McDonald...
They already had hundreds of stores.
Or no,
at that point.
they were going to sell off all their stores and just keep... Ray Kroc's deal was, you can keep your original store, you can't title it McDonald's, and we're going to... I'm taking all my stores back. I'm taking all the stores, and you guys can just run your fucking thing, and here's $22 million. Fuck off. You know? Fuck off. I don't want to deal with you assholes anymore, because apparently... At every turn, the McDonald brothers wanted to be involved in shit. But when you're opening up restaurants at this kind of pace that Ray Kroc was doing or wanted to do, all these guys were doing was getting in the fucking way. So it's like, okay, we've opened up 220 stores. Here's $22 million. Or no, 220. So yeah, here's $22 million. Go leave. Please leave us alone so we can fucking do what we want to do. So the McDonald brothers, go fuck off. Check this out. So in 10 years, so 1960, they had 220 stores. By 1970, they had 1,500 stores.
Fuck.
So in 10 years, they opened up over 1,000 fucking stores. It gets crazier. By 1980, so another 10 years, 6,200 stores. By 1990, 11,800 stores. By 2000, 28,000 stores. 2010, 32,000 stores. As of today, McDonald's has over 40,000 locations.
That's just stupid crazy, man.
Check this out. From 2020 to 2021, during the fucking height of the pandemic, McDonald's has opened up more than double of the locations that In-N-Out Burger has total. In fact, they've almost tripled the locations. In 1 year during the fucking pandemic, McDonald's.
Fuck yeah.
McDonald's.
Okay, so here's the question. Out of all those 50K stores or whatever
40,000?
the number is,
Yeah.
Does any of those belong to either Ray Kroc or the brothers?
So, no. The brothers are long since dead. Ray Kroc died a long time ago, too. McDonald's is essentially a real estate corporation. And so they own the real estate, and they lease out the real estate and the business model to franchisees. So they're just
Is it the Kroc
collecting rent or
family
what?
involved?
Pretty much.
I wonder if the Kroc family's still like involved. Like,
I
is
don't
the
think so. I
state-
think that his wife sold
Was-
off everything
Oh.
at one point in time, and then she just like took all the money and just like.
So who's the owner of McDonald's?
I have no idea.
It's like a faceless.
Yeah,
like,
it's a straight up corporation. I think
Well,
it's
yeah.
probably a conglomerate of people.
It's like a reptilian. you
Exactly.
know?
Yeah, Hillary
like-
Clinton.
Okay, so what happened to was it Bakersfield?
Oh, San Bernardino?
San Bernardino.
It's no longer there.
There's nothing there. There's probably like
Nope.
a park or whatever.
There's another McDonald's there that's kind of like it's an old McDonald's that has been like kind of turned into this ramshackle museum, and it's nothing.
In Downey, that's one of the oldest franchises.
It
Downey's
has
the,
like the two arches,
Yeah,
right?
and
Yeah,
they have a museum.
that's the Downey's the oldest
Is the oldest
operating
franchise one?
operating McDonald's.
Oh, okay.
And that fucking you got to go there. You really do.
I have.
Oh, you've
actually.
gone there?
Yeah.
So you guys all know that fucking that museum they have.
yeah.
That's the biggest fucking joke of a museum I've ever seen in my fucking life. How on God's green earth does McDonald's have... I mean, I've been to the rock and roll McDonald's in Chicago, and it was 1,000 times cooler than the fucking McDonald's museum at the oldest operating McDonald's. What the fuck?
Dude, you know, I know it seems a little lackluster, right? It's like a
little?
couple plushes and a
It's
menu.
bad. I mean, that little
It's
first part of it, because it's like that first chunklet, right?
Yeah.
And then you walk into that hallway, and it's like a weird hallway that looks like you're gonna go take a piss
Yeah,
somewhere.
yeah,
It's really
yeah.
weird.
I don't
Yeah, it
even
looks like a
remember it.
closet, dude. It's weird. It's very weird for how giant McDonald's is of like a company
Yeah.
and how much history they have. It's like a weird. It looks like a closet.
It's
like
a joke.
Yeah.
Because maybe McDonald's isn't involved in that. Maybe just the franchise.
The store, maybe. I
They
don't
give a
know.
fuck. You would
Franchisee?
think franchise, yeah,
Franchisee.
franchisees, yeah.
You know, I
cheesies.
I love like because you're talking about how many stores are. It's wild because you know the rock and roll one I've heard about. Like there's so many different incarnations of like McDonald's. There's some that were old like plantations that they like make into a McDonald's. There's the 7-star restaurants in like overseas where they look like crazy steakhouses, but it's a McDonald's, like there's like really wild extravagant McDonald's out there in the world. But one that I really loved was in Buena Park, right next to Knott's Berry Farm, and it was the McThriller. The McDonald's with the McThriller.
What does
They
that
had a ride at the McDonald's,
Oh,
and it
hell
was
yeah.
a virtual reality ride where you're on a roller coaster, and there's still a train in there, and it was famous for this train going
Where's
around.
that at?
That one is in Buena Park. And see, that's the cool thing is In-N-Out is so like it's a gem that they're preserving. McDonald's, you're gonna get a little exploration, and
Kinda.
a little bit. They're probably I don't know.
Kinda.
I got
Yeah.
a question. Does the taste differ from one McDonald's to the next?
So from what I've heard is that because each country has different like rules and regulations as far as what they can put into their food, yes, a lot of the stuff is, and they do change, or whatever country, like they kind of do try to take on
Yeah,
whatever
whatever's going on there.
the demographic of people want.
Yeah, but I mean, let's say in California, you go to one in San Diego and you go to one in San Bernardino. Does the taste differ?
No.
No, right?
No.
Because yeah, I confirmed that. In Mexico, it's way different.
The one in
Is it?
North
Okay.
Korea is really good.
Yeah, I heard. Yeah. Yeah. Soylent Green.
But here's the thing, like the Egg McMuffin.
Yeah.
We got an Egg McMuffin that the egg is mixed with tomato, jalapeno, onion, and then instead of mayonnaise or butter or whatever, they put fry holes. They put beans.
Do they really?
Yeah, it's not bad.
There's a
I would
bean.
rather
in
have
it?
that, to be
Yeah.
honest with you.
That's
It's
in the
not bad.
Mexico.
It's not
good,
bad.
yeah.
It's not bad, but they have that.
Wow.
Fucking A, man. That
Yeah,
sounds. I
order
want
it
that.
every once in a while. But if you get a regular cheeseburger or fries or whatever, you're eating crap, dude.
Mm-hmm.
Like crap.
What's the
You won't
McRib like over there?
have- They don't have it. Oh no, they do. Like eventually, every once in a while. But everything's fucking whack. Everything. Just the breakfasts are sort of good. But
Damn.
people love it. They
Yeah.
devour it. But some of the people that devour it is because they probably never tasted like the fries from here. God damn.
I don't know if I'd want to eat like at a
You know what?
Juarez McDonald's. So like,
Why?
I might be
Good.
eating like the ribs of like the franchise,
Well, that's maybe.
Like of the
like the owner that fucked up. Yeah,
So you mentioned the fries from McDonald's. You know how you
the
say that.
best fucking fries in the world.
So-
I said it. Somebody had to say it.
Well,
dude. Yes. Right?
Somebody
Do you
had
love
to
McDonald's
say it.
fries?
He doesn't. I can see his
no,
face.
I'm not going to say it. We'll get to that. But
Okay. Oh, yeah, we gotta
I
stack
wanted
them
to
up.
say I wanted to say that the only place in the entire United States that you can get a grade A potato, only place, McDonald's.
What do you mean grade A potato?
You can't get the best potatoes in the country.
Are taken
the
by
grade A.
McDonald's?
McDonald's buys every single one of them.
I can taste it.
Yeah, grade A potatoes. The
Yeah.
only time you can get one is McDonald's.
Fucking taste it. And you know what? I've always thought, I don't know how they make it. You probably can tell us this, but I always thought that they would puree the fry and then shape it into a French fry.
You know, I'm not
Do they do
entirely
that?
sure. I don't know.
Because it's like soft. It's like weird. It's like a weird fry.
They're kind of perfect.
You know,
Kind of perfect.
Yeah.
Kind of perfect.
All right.
yeah.
Okay, so now that we've got that out of the way, now we're going to go into the head-to-head versus battle
Hell yeah.
of the McDonald's fucking shit. McDonald's versus In-N-Out Burger
Yeah.
gauntlet. All right, so okay, let's just start off with the main item where you're going there for as burgers. All right, so my vote for McDonald's, or my vote for this battle is In-N-Out Burger. Their burgers are 100,000% better than any burger that McDonald's has ever put out ever. Period.
Yes.
I don't give a fuck. You can take the best McDonald's burger of all time and stack it up against a fucking puny In-N-Out burger with nothing on it, and I'm still taking the In-N-Out burger.
The vegan burger. Have you tried the vegan burger In-N-Out?
Vegan burger?
Vegan burger. Have you tried that?
What the fuck is that?
Okay, remember the last time that I was with my Chilean friends? Oh,
Yeah.
did you see him? Oh, no, you
No,
saw
no.
him.
Yeah.
Okay, so you got to go to the best burgers in town. Okay, so we go to In-N-Out, and one of my friends is a vegan or a vegetarian or whatever
Oh.
the fuck he is. So he orders, oh, do you have vegetarian burgers? And the girl goes like, oh, for sure. Do you want one? Yes. Okay, cool. So we get our burgers. I get my animal style fries, my own 4x4, whatever. And he gets 2 slices of bread with the special sauce. Go fuck yourself.
Pretty much.
Like that, dude.
Did he really think there was a vegan burger at In-N-Out Burger?
Well, but they gave us one. She went like, yeah, we got you.
There's just nothing in it.
Fuck you. My boy got offended and shit.
Did he really?
Yeah. He was like, what the fuck is this? I was asking for, like, what do you call that meat? Impossible
Like
meat or
They
Impossible.
don't fucking have that
meat.
In-N-Out Burger.
whatever. Yeah. I was like, what and he
The
was so
fuck?
pissed and shit. Oh, yeah, there's your
Motherfucker should have went to
Yeah.
Del Taco.
for being an asshole, dude.
Man.
Anyways,
Sorry.
okay, so In-N-Out,
Absolutely, 100%.
the
Yeah.
reasons, you already said it, right?
Oh yeah, yeah.
In-N-Out. See, In-N-Out to me, I love the burger is quality, right? There is better burgers that I've had locally that don't, but In-N-Out.
Different story.
Different story, right? That's not what we're talking about. In-N-Out versus McDonald's. In-N-Out, definitely the burger just destroys any McDonald's burger. McDonald's, even at their most fancy Big Mac, it could be, made by Wolfgang Fuck or whatever.
Yeah.
It is not going to compare to
I
the
think
In-N-Out
they had
burger.
one of those, right?
Probably.
Probably.
They probably had Guy Fieri's,
They,
jizz
they had the
sauce.
Arch Deluxe.
Yeah.
The
Oh,
Arch
yeah.
that was like their like upper end burger, the Arch Deluxe, and it was still dog shit.
No,
Dude.
that was dog shit. That because I had it. That
Dude,
was
In-N-Out, a fresh In-N-Out burger.
There's
and they
nothing
got
like
that
it.
crunch, dude. Oh, my God. Yeah, McDonald's, I've had it where I feel like I'm eating like a shoe flap. You know what I mean? Like a fucking, like, it's
just
like,
not good.
what is this?
It's not good.
Rubber. Yeah, but
If you're gonna have mystery meat, what?
I do enjoy McDonald's. It's weird. It's kind of like Taco Bell. You know what I mean? Like,
Yes.
like you don't look at Taco Bell as like real Mexican food, but you still eat it. It's the same
And
thing.
you don't look
like
at
this
McDonald's
isn't.
like a real
I don't know what
burger.
Martian made this burger, but I will eat it. I guess.
But I get
Yeah.
you, Martian. I get you. I
Yeah,
get what
right?
You're going for.
So okay, so you vote for
There's no fucking.
okay. So
competition.
In-N-Out for Ross. What would you say?
Okay, first off, I want to ask you why did you put In-N-Out against McDonald's? It seems like McDonald's would be a super underdog.
I put these two together specifically because with any of the big heavy hitters, I wanted to kind of squish them together. Del Taco, Taco Bell, things that are very like samesies in a lot of respects. I wanted to kind of squish them together because it's like I don't feel like In-N-Out or that McDonald's deserves its own episode. I didn't think that Taco Bell deserved its own episode. However, looking into the history of Taco Bell, it absolutely fucking does.
Yeah, it's
you
wild.
know, and
Yeah.
so, but I like the idea of pitting them two together, and plus, like giving a shout out to the podcast, the Doughboys, is also a great. It's like it's a nice little
Doughboys.
bop to them because, I think that they have a great podcast, and it's Anyway.
What they talk about In-N-Out or
They talk about all the fast food
hell
restaurants,
yeah.
and they pit everything against each other, and they have like this whole fucking they have this like whole gauntlet of like who's the best, and it weirdly gets heated sometimes.
Yeah, well, it's fun for us because we could just throw in buttholes in there. Yeah. But yeah,
so what do you think, man?
My decision is
you're In-N-Out Burger.
In-N-Out,
right? Yeah.
Ross and me In-N-Out.
Before the pot even started, I made up my mind. McDonald's sold the way. What the fuck?
So
Yeah, McDonald's
so for the burger,
everything.
Well, we're gonna go each item.
For every item, we're
Yeah,
gonna go through.
For everything.
For not everything, but for the 4 things they.
Yeah,
that they
give
hold
it
on to.
a chance, Manolo. You might have to think about it. You know what I'm saying?
Okay. So we're talking about the burger.
The burger.
And are we talking about just this cheeseburger against the?
We're talking about any fucking burger. It doesn't matter.
Yeah.
Just any burger from McDonald's and any burger In-N-Out Burger.
You know what? Yeah, it's a hard one. It is a hard one, and it's a for sure thing that you got to go with In-N-Out. But I gotta go with my heart, man. The memories, the what it means to me. I could fucking enjoy a clumsy cheeseburger any fucking day of the week. And I remember like my childhood or whatever. And the other one I started having when I was a teenager. So all I remember is heartbreak. So, yeah.
I get
and
it.
abuse.
I get it. So for this
All right.
one,
So
two
McDonald's.
against one. So
it's the burgers portion goes to In-N-Out.
yeah,
Totally.
Unfortunately,
Okay.
but I
Mickey
understand
D's, that was a surprise, right?
I like
no,
that.
Well, I understand where you're coming from.
If somebody gives me that, it'll warm my heart even more so than a
Yeah, if you
fucking
said
In-N-Out.
Whataburger, then it's a different
Yeah.
story.
Yeah, no.
I mean, I get it because like I remember.
Just kidding.
I mean, I grew up like we all did, growing up with with McDonald's, and like it was kind of like the staple of what fast food was and what fast food is. So that's what a fast food burger is supposed to taste like is McDonald's. But I still remember the first time I had an In-N-Out burger and being blown the fuck away. So, yeah.
Like there's actually even like a video that's going around, and it's not that old, of a mother giving her kids doing a burger in her house and wrapping it in McDonald's paper, the yellow paper, and she just gives it to the kids. It goes, oh, it's great.
Oh, dude, because kids are so weird about McDonald's is like they'll touch anything McDonald's.
Yeah.
If it has, if they think it's from McDonald's, they'll eat it.
Yes.
But they're so picky about other shit. It's weird. Yeah.
All right, so moving on to the fry portion. Manolo, let's start with you.
Hands down.
McDonald's.
Hands down. And I don't know if there's a trick. I want to ask you if there's a trick, because I know there's a trick for the fries in In-N-Out. when
Dude,
you
let's try that. Let's try that at In-N-Out Burger. I've never done that
the
before.
well done or what?
Or just like the double fried or whatever. I've never fucked with the fries.
I always do that.
All right,
They're the best.
let's do
I've
that.
never
when we
had
go.
that.
But
Let's
is there
do
a
it.
trick on
McDonald's?
on
I don't think McDonald's would just look at you and say like, "What?"
I think there is one where they give you fresher, because sometimes you get the dill fucking French fries, but there's a trick to get them fresh. Like they'll make a batch for you, boom, boom, if you say something.
If it's
Oh,
or maybe
really?
if it's not
Yeah.
like too busy or whatever.
Yeah.
Okay.
But I think you gotta say something like, oh, I want them probably well done or whatever.
Yeah,
you
fresh
know?
fries or something.
Yeah, I want them French fried or sacre blanche. I don't know.
McDonald's hands down.
But okay, so I would definitely say that McDonald's, and I'll proudly say this because some people like to shit on McDonald's. McDonald's and all those fuckers lie. Everybody has. I'm saying that with passion, guys. I'm really passionate about this. But McDonald's fries are the best guilty pleasure ever. Like
Yes.
I love there's the different kinds of McDonald's fries. You got the soggy. Like I love those. They're, like,
Yes, those are the
super.
best.
Yeah. Or there's like the kind of crisp ones. But to me, McDonald's destroys In-N-Out's fries.
All fries.
Fuck you, In-N-Out fries, dude.
When you eat a fry,
Animal fries are amazing.
when you can eat a fry without ketchup, you know you got to win,
Yes.
right? Because you'll eat those fuckers without ketchup.
In-N-Out
you agree,
needs animal style.
Yeah.
Animal style
It
is
needs it.
delicious. I
Yes.
love it. It's very unique. It's its thing. But dude, come on, McDonald's. It doesn't need anything else. What about you, Ross?
Sorry, I'm getting a freaking weird.
Yeah, me too.
Extreme
Emergency,
heat
yeah.
sustaining the energy grid power. This is like fucking living in goddamn
Whoa.
North Korea. I mean, dude, there's no. No, it's In-N-Out Burger. In-N-Out Burger has the best fries. Or not In-N-Out Burger, I'm sorry. McDonald's has the best fries
You
of all
got me
time.
for a second.
Yeah. McDonald's fries are the definition of what a fry should be.
Yeah.
Any other fry is fucking dog shit compared to compared to McDonald's fries. So to this day, McDonald's fries the best. As far as the drinks go, we're just talking about fountain drinks. I'm gonna say, I mean, what do I enjoy more if I'm gonna drink a fountain drink? I would say that I'm going to enjoy drinking a I mean, it's fountain drinks. I mean, what difference is it? You know, but I'm gonna say, in my head, if I'm gonna drink a fountain drink, I would probably drink an In-N-Out Burger fountain drink over a McDonald's fountain drink. But I also think that like it's the same shit.
There is a difference.
There is.
All right.
is a
Well,
big
I'm gonna say that,
difference.
in my opinion, In-N-Out Burger, I would rather have an In-N-Out Burger one because there's Jesus Christ, man. Is that my phone or your phone or?
This is this one.
Jesus fucking Christ, they're just peppering us full of horse shit.
Yeah, what is this
Stressing out the power.
propaganda right now?
Yeah, I mean, dude, what do we?
Stop the recording, but it's back on.
Oh, cool. Look
Okay.
at that. How you doing?
Hey.
Yeah, I would say that because there's something weird about the way a McDonald's cup tastes to me. There's just something strange about it. So if I'm gonna go deep with it, yeah, I'm gonna say that I would not. I'd rather have a In-N-Out Burger fountain drink, pink lemonade fountain drink over a McDonald's.
You choose well. You choose well. Do I go next?
Yeah.
Go for it.
Okay, there is a lot of differences. A lot of differences between any soft drink, any fountain drink, and McDonald's fountain drink. I'm remembering the one in Mexico. Does that even count or no?
Yes, it does.
McDonald's in Mexico. Okay, super watered down. Like you can, whatever you have, you'll have water. That's what you'll be drinking. Water with fucking bubbles.
I feel like it's the same here.
Well, it's crap, right? And you get a paper straw
In McDonald's?
at McDonald's. That's the
Oh.
deal
In Mexico?
breaker, dude. In Mexico, a paper straw, because
They're trying to save the turtles.
Yeah, exactly. So you get that shit against your teeth, and it gets so soggy. Fuck those drinks. I'd actually fucking pull over to a 7-Eleven and buy myself a drink, you know?
Yeah.
Yeah.
And at In-N-Out, there's also a trick. And I don't know if it's a trick, but they'll ask you, do you want a lime in it? And you go like, sure. And they'll fucking put a lime inside your Dr. Pepper or your root beer or whatever. And it's that extra cherry on top that fucking makes it worth my while.
All right.
In-N-Out.
Well, as a diabetic piece of shit, I love, dude, McDonald's drinks by far to me.
shit.
I hear that there's something with the carbonation that they have. It's the same to the potato, where they have some sort of like patent on like, yeah, it's like some super potent carbonating thingamajigger. Like, yeah,
I don't think they're doing a good job with it.
Yeah, I don't know, dude. I love McDonald's drinks, and I get them because there's one right by my house that I'll go get. They're $1.
Did you get some today? One?
All right.
Yeah, 2.
Okay, so I'm going to say, like, so are you a soda drinker?
Not really.
I'm not a soda drinker at all. So I'm going to defer to King Robert, who drinks more soda than
Mr.
any other
Soda.
fifth grader I've ever met in my entire life. Oh, my God. I'm going to say that whatever you say is
It's gonna outweigh
is the
what-
fucking
Yeah, that's
God's
the winner.
honest truth. So if you say if the drinks are better at McDonald's, you've had 2 today, then
No, not
it,
today.
It fucking
In
goes.
this hour.
All right, so there you go. So okay,
so McDonald's,
so McDonald's wins.
with shakes, right?
So
So
now
McDonald's
we're
wins that portion.
McDonald's wins that portion. So now we're going to the ice cream portion, and we're going to talk about. They have shakes. Both
Yeah.
McDonald's and In-N-Out Burger both have shakes.
Yeah.
But we're just going to talk about the shakes and also the
Ice cream.
the different the different things that you can get with both. So
Yeah.
Robert, let's start with you.
I would say that McDonald's has Okay, this is tricky because I like the shakes at In-N-Out okay, but they're kind of run of the mill for how good. Like there should be like a badass
Yeah.
malt at In-N-Out, like a legendary malt at In-N-Out, right? But
I agree.
The ice cream at McDonald's I love that fake weird ice cream, but holy fuck, that is the most frustrating thing ever. The fact that they're getting the FBI to investigate on the machines. It's like this whole scheme.
Fuck?
You know about
Yeah.
this?
No.
Remember today when you asked for ice cream? What did they have? No ice cream,
Why?
right?
Because they're being investigated like
I-
Mar-a-Lago?
9 times out of 10,
Marinolo?
Mar-a-Lago ice cream. Yes. No,
the fuck?
9 out of 10.
Epstein.
There's never ice cream at McDonald's. Dude, 9 out of 10 times when I go, they don't have ice
But,
cream available.
but hold up. Why
It's a
are they
scheme.
investigating it?
It's because so McDonald's Corporation, they get a kickback for every time they send a tailor who manufactures the ice cream machines. Why do I fucking know this dumb shit? So Taylor manufactures ice cream machines.
That's a brand.
This brand, yeah. So Taylor ice cream machines, they're at every single McDonald's, I think all over the world. McDonald's gets a kickback anytime a service person goes out to service a machine from Taylor. So the codes on the machine, sometimes they'll just like the codes will trip up. So you can't, as an employee or a franchise owner of McDonald's, you can't bypass that code or even see what the code means. You're not allowed to do that. And if you do that, McDonald's Corporation and Taylor will void the warranties on those machines. And those machines are so fucking expensive. For each machine, I think it's like $15,000 for each ice cream machine.
But why do they do that? Do you have any idea?
Because McDonald's Corporation has a vested interest in keeping those machines broken. Because anytime that a service member gets called out to a Taylor service member,
money or
I think McDonald's gets a chunk of change.
So it's like a scheme where we don't.
So it's a
get
scheme.
Any, yeah.
It's a scheme. It's a scheme to keep McDonald's Corporation fed from broken machines.
So
there was an app that somebody developed
that's badass.
that was able to find out. You plug it into the machine and you can find out what code it is. And normally what it was there was a problem with the machine breaking down. There was a problem with the machine breaking down. So like or like it would be like a cleaning operator error or something, and all you'd have to do is reset the code. And that's what a lot of times these service representatives do, is they just reset a code. So there was an app that would tell you exactly what was going on with the machine, and so you could bypass it yourself and keep the machines going, and not call a service person out. But McDonald's found out about the app, and they told everybody, like, if you fucking use this thing, then we're voiding your fucking warranty.
Wow.
So they have them by the balls on that one.
So I don't know if that weighs my like choice. It shouldn't though, because it should be
talking
the
about
quality.
flavor.
Yeah. So I would say that I enjoy the ice cream at McDonald's more. So McDonald's for me again. Yeah.
Have you had? Can we mention any other restaurants and brands here?
Why not?
Okay. Have you had the Blizzard, Dairy Queen Blizzard?
100. Yeah, of course.
Okay. So I love their imitation of that, the McFlurry.
Mm-hmm.
It's a winner. The McFlurry is a fucking winner. So and yeah, I find like the shakes at In-N-Out, that they're like empty. I don't know. They're like, I don't know, empty. That's the way I would
It's
describe
like
it.
a hospital shake.
Yeah, it's just weird. It's not bad. It's not bad, but it's not good.
Shake.
You know, McFlurry all the fucking way.
Okay. All right.
You, sir?
Cool. So yeah, you got it. So McDonald's. All right. So you think about what do McDonald's and In-N-Out Burger have the same? They have shakes. So you take a McDonald's shake. All right. So you factor in, it's got the shake. It's always got whipped cream. It's got a fucking cherry on top. In-N-Out Burger, just a shake, lid on top, nothing else. Boom, boom. All right. The taste of a McDonald's shake and the taste of a In-N-Out Burger shake. I like the taste of the McDonald's shake better. And plus it's got the fucking little shit on there. And then an In-N-Out Burger shake. I didn't eat any refined sugar for 1 year. I went essentially paleo and lost a ton of weight. But when I broke that, I was like, I'm going to get a milkshake. The only thing that I've wanted over the year was a fucking milkshake. So I'm like, okay, well, what's available right now? It's late. I'm stoned. There's an In-N-Out Burger right down the street. No, In-N-Out. So I had not had any fast food for a year. I hadn't had any ice cream, nothing for a year. And I remember taking that first sip of an In-N-Out Burger milkshake. And you know what my thought was when I was eating it? I remember taking a sip and going, that's weird. This tastes like an In-N-Out burger. It doesn't even taste like fucking a milkshake. It just tasted like an In-N-Out fucking burger. I don't know if it was because of the smell of the fucking lid and everything smelled like burgers.
Probably.
But I don't know, man. Like,
We just grind up the meat in the back. We put some dye in there. And we
Squish
shit
it.
it down under the
That's
thing.
weird. So you didn't like it?
no, man. I was like, this fucking sucks. I mean, it's like they're not that good, and there's not that many choices. You have strawberry, vanilla, chocolate, or Neapolitan.
Yeah.
I mean, with In-N-Out, with McDonald's, there's so many different options. And like you're right, dude. Like the McFlurry is one of the best ice cream options for any fast food joint. Period.
Dude,
Period.
I love this because this is hilarious. So is that the end of the item
So,
mashup?
And I don't think that that the McFlurry holds a fucking candle to Dairy Queen's Blizzard.
Yeah, no.
The Blizzard is like,
Yeah, top of the heap.
Yeah.
man, it's
But-
like the best thing in the world.
But you know
in my
what?
opinion.
But here's a crazy thing. Like I would go like, yo, let's get a Dairy Queen. But I would go like, nah, we had that yesterday, right? And well, how about we go to Baskin Robbins or to the Stone Cold? Nah, let's go for a McFlurry, I would say.
Interesting. Okay, I mean that's a
Stone
fair
Cold Steve
enough.
Austin's ice cream.
Oh yeah, brother. Stone Cold 316.
Pour a
Give me a
That's the
cherry
voice,
on
that's the
top, you
voice.
candy ass.
They put a fucking Coors Light on top of it.
You know, he just smashes like shakes in his head.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So yeah, man, so it looks like
Mickey D.
when you compare
Stone Cold.
when you compare
I want a Stone Cold blowjob.
yeah.
Did they ever, Roscoe? Did they ever on their ads? Did they ever call it Mickey D's or no?
I think they did.
Really?
I think
Mickey
so, yeah.
I think that's like an Irish racial slur. I don't know.
Mickey D's.
No,
No, I
don't
think
know.
they did. I think it's referred to in an advertisement where they say Mickey D's.
Yeah.
Right?
Like a person like
They
"Let's go
do
Mickey
say
D's."
it.
I think so, yeah.
Yeah, it is acknowledged. Like it's in their canon. Yeah.
and then
There was a
fucking-
whole ad campaign where there was like because they've always had to change like their demographics, and there was an ad campaign where they were calling it Ronnie Max, but they
Ronnie Max.
yeah, no, I'm just
Why?
making
What?
it-
No.
I'm just saying because there's a lot of McDonald's commercials that will be dedicated or really shooting for the urban market.
Yeah, more urban.
Urban,
yes.
So they
We'll
was-
have
I
the
could-
fellas
I could-
playing. They're playing hoops.
Could you- yeah.
They just
Let's go to
listen
Ronnie
to rap
Max, homie.
music.
Yeah, they're selling crack on the streets. Yeah, I said it.
They sell
Yeah.
drugs, and they have Michelle Pfeiffer come in and teach them with milkshakes.
with a Happy
So-
Meal.
So yeah, when you stack these two up together, you got burgers, fries, drinks, and ice cream. In-N-Out Burger only wins burgers.
Okay,
Everything
so
else is everything
holy
else is
shit. What you're saying right now, this is amazing because everyone's going to go into this going, all right, In-N-Out's going to crush
Clear winner.
McDonald's.
Yeah.
McDonald's crushed In-N-Out in this.
I mean, actually, if you really think about it, though, like, would you guys rather have McDonald's or In-N-Out Burger? What's
If
the answer?
you
It would
ask us
still
right
be
now,
What's the answer?
it would probably be In-N-Out.
In-N-Out still.
In-N-Out. I'm not gonna
In-N-Out.
fucking. So yeah,
But you know what? Okay. This is like if you tell me, yo, where do you guys want to go eat? In-N-Out or McDonald's? I would say In-N-Out.
In-N-Out,
But
In-N-Out.
if I'm alone driving, I'll probably fucking look
McDonald's.
over my shoulder and go like, let me hit up McDonald's. But I had to look over my
Yeah.
shoulder before I do that shit. You know?
not me. Yeah, but I get it. I understand. Like it. There's no, in my opinion, like even though In-N-Out Burger falls flat on basically every other category,
Yeah.
there's nothing that competes with the fucking freshness and the whole vibe. It's all there in In-N-Out
In-N-Out's
Burger.
great. Yeah, In-N-Out is the best. So
They
wow.
are the best. Number
Yeah.
one, even though they just lost in 3 out of the 4 categories. You know,
And
It
and
still
all
is.
of the In-N-Outs get those crazy lines, right?
always.
Fucking 30 minutes line
Dude,
and shit like that, right?
The oldest operating in Pasadena, that fucking line is insane. They're actually building one like basically like 2 streets over in the same direction.
That's crazy.
Yeah, and they're building another one in Santa Rosa, my hometown.
So we do you think we're gonna go through Yelp or not for this one? The Yelp?
I don't fucking think so,
Yeah,
man.
because everyone's
Yeah.
had
Yeah.
McDonald's.
Yeah.
and-
No, and,
You know-
and all the McDonald's is
This
going to be
is-
bad reviews.
Yeah,
You
that's
do
true.
know
This
that,
is
right?
this is a great. I'm excited for people to get this one, and now I'm hungry, dude.
Me too.
Holy
There
you go.
smokes!
What we going to eat?
Well,
In-N-Out?
Yeah,
Oh,
no
shit.
Yoshinoya.
Oh my god, fuck. Definitely not. Oh boy.
But yeah, guys, Manolo, thanks for joining us for this
Thank you,
battle,
guys.
man, of
Thank
the
you, guys.
century,
Thank you,
dude.
I don't know if you can see this on
Yeah.
camera, but the
Repping,
Manolo
baby.
Pod.
Repping. Thanks a lot, guys, for having me again. I love it being here. I'm never hungry when I'm here. And thanks a lot, guys.
Oh, cheers,
yeah.
man. Thanks for having us.
Yeah, and in that, so we have a saying that says, "In Guy we trust."
Yeah.
So we're gonna do that in unison, the 3 of us. All right, 1, 2, 3.
In
Guy
Guy
we
we
trust.
Trust.